Hello everyone, this is RadTechShoe and I have some Call of Duty Ghost gameplay for you. I'm running around with the MTAR going hard in the paint here on Domination on Freefall. I'm using some lethal kill streaks. I'm going to be running around trying to get a high score. I have a decent score at the end of the game, but it's nothing too fantastic. It's not my personal best. I just like playing, Domination, and when I'm not going for Chem Strike, I like being able to bust out lethal kill streaks and just rack them up from here on out. So, but what I'd like to talk about is not something Call of Duty related, it's something Destiny related, and that's the 2.0 weapons update that is very, very important to the game right now. And a lot of people are anticipating it, and I'm going to go over what I'm excited about and what I anticipate and hope that this update will bring for the game, not only in PvE, but also in PvP. Alright, so first up are auto rifles. Auto rifles are going to be buffed and patched so that they are going to be optimal at mid-range. Not so much close range where they're going to have to be hip-fired. And long range, obviously, they're not going to be as accurate as scout rifles, but they're going to be mid-tier beasts, almost as good as they used to be, because I never played Destiny back when the auto rifles were good. When I first joined Destiny, auto rifles had already been patched and they had been nerfed to shit. So this will be the first time auto rifles will be competitive. Hopefully they're not too strong and too dominant. More specifically, the hard light looks to be a fan favorite. People are saying that the hard light is going to have almost no damage drop off. It's going to shoot at a steady flat rate all the way across the map. So hopefully that the hard light will be good, but not too good. Hopefully it doesn't get overpowered. The Necrochasm is receiving a massive stability increase of going from like 40 to 60, so it's going to receive a 50% stability boost. That is huge. That is definitely going to be noticeable, and hopefully that'll make the gun a little competitive. I don't see it being as good as the hard light, but hopefully, hopefully we get to see some use of it in PvP. So next is hand cannons, and first up is going to be the Thorn. The Thorn is going to receive a nerf to its Mark of the Devourer. It's going to do a third of the damage that it used to, but it's going to be able to stack 5 times. So overall, it's going to be less lethal in PvP. So hopefully that'll knock it off the top spot, because the Thorn is easily the best gun in Crucible overall. You can't go into a Crucible match and not see the Thorn. You're going to see it on your teammates, on your enemy teams. I can't remember the last time I found a lobby where no one was using the Thorn. It just doesn't, it doesn't happen anymore. Pardon me I apologize about that. But, the Thorn is going to receive hopefully it doesn't get nerfed to shit to the point where it's not good anymore. I just want it to be no longer the top tier 1 weapon. I just want more weapons to come around and take the spotlight. Next for hand cannons is the Last Word. The Last Word is going to be a Wild Wild West gunslinger. That's what it was. That's the theme that it was given when it was designed, and they're gonna gear it more towards that. They're gonna make it so that its ADS range is hit, but its hip fire is going to be slightly more accurate. So they want you to hip fire and spam the trigger at close range, and that's what it's more geared towards. Next is the Hawk Moon. The Hawk Moon is going to be toned down a little bit so that it will never, under any circumstances, do a one-shot kill on a Guardian that has full health in PvP. They're going to make it so that you're going to have to get 2 and 3 shots to get kills with it. You'll never be able to stack all those lucky, bonus round damage bullets. You'll never be able to stack them in order to get one-shot headshots under any circumstances on a Guardian that has full health in PvP. Next up is the shotguns. The shotguns are going to be interesting because while there's no particular shotgun in Crucible right now that stands out as top tier, the shotgun, it's the perk shot package. That's what's getting hit. That's receiving a 30% accuracy nerf. So it's not, and it's also, and shotguns in general are receiving precision damage decreases. So you're gonna have to. It's gonna be a more risk versus rewards concept of using shotguns, which is actually what shotguns should be. It should be high risk versus high reward, and require good precision timing. So shotguns are not going to be as effective in PvP or PvE for that matter. but they'll still maintain their effectiveness at close range. That's what they're designed for. That's what they should be good for, and they shouldn't be dominating matches so often like they are in Crucible as of right now. Next up is fusion rifles. I have no idea why they're hitting fusion rifles and making them, you know, even more worthless. You know, the ones that have slow, they're reducing the damage on the ones that are the high damage, slow charge rate ones. They're reducing those. The projectiles projectiles travel slower when they're fired. You know, the long range ones have less accuracy. So I just don't know what they're doing with fusion rifles. I guess they don't want fusion rifles to be good ever again. Scout rifles, they're going to make the high rate of fire, low damage assault scout rifles. They're going to make them, you know, kill a little, do a little bit more damage, but it won't affect their time to kill in PvP. Not quite sure what to expect from them. Pulse rifles are going to receive a hit in terms of damage, so that in order to melt people in 2 bursts, it's going to take more skill. They're going to give them a little more recoil, but they're also increasing the magazine capacity for pulse rifles, which is very appreciated, because I'm using the Conduit right now, which is a Future War Cult pulse rifle, and it only has 18 rounds. So receiving more ammo in the magazine is definitely more desirable for me personally. But pulse rifles are receiving a very, very light nerf. I really don't see this affecting them all that much. Rockets are going to be hit in terms of blast radius. Actually, they're going to get a buff in blast radius. The blast radius is going to be increased by how much we do not know. Grenades and horseshoes, the proximity detonation on grenades and horseshoes, that is going to be nerfed, and also by what degree we don't know as well. So rockets could be, you know, they could be just as good or they could be worse. We don't know how they're going to be affected permanently. We're just going to have to wait and see on that. More specifically, when it comes to rockets, is the Gjallarhorn. The Gjallarhorn is receiving a hit in terms of the Wolfpack rounds. The Wolfpack rounds will be dealing less damage now than what they used to. So the Gjallarhorn won't be as godly as it was, even though for some reason in Crucible it can't kill a Blade Dancer, you know, in one direct hit, which I think is bullshit, but whatever. The Gjallarhorn is getting Wolfpack round damage reduction. Sniper rifles are receiving a small little patch in terms of final round. The perk final round, where the final round in a sniper rifle will only deal bonus damage if it's a precision headshot. If it's a body shot, the multiplier does not take effect. But only for sniper rifles will this modification make sense. Take effect, actually. Sorry. Final round, for instance, in hand cannons will work normally like it always does, regardless of headshot or body shot. But in sniper rifles, the final round will only deal precision damage if it's a headshot. Now, in terms of Black Hammer and Icebreaker, Icebreaker is getting an increase in recharge time between rounds, so you're gonna have to be a little careful, and you can't just burn through the rounds real quickly. The Black Hammer is getting its perk, the White Nail perk is going, instead of adding the 3 rounds to the current mag, it's adding the 3 rounds to the reserve ammunition. So you'll still have infinite ammo, but you will have to reload every time. So you can't just fire, 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 fire. You're gonna have to fire 3, get 3 precision hits, reload. So there is a potential for infinite ammo. There's just reload animation in between now, which is a little bullshit. Because the Black Hammer was great on PvE bosses, but really nothing else, and now it's taking a hit in that field, and I just don't think that was absolutely necessary. But you know, we'll see how things pan out from there, and maybe it'll still be the PvE boss that it currently is against against huge bosses like Atheon. Hopefully, it still retains its use there. The Lord of Wolves is receiving the bonus. It's getting a buff where the recovery it gives to allies, your ally teammates, that's getting increased. I personally have never received the health regeneration bonus from the Lord of Wolves, so I have no idea what to compare it to, or if this is a good or a bad thing. I have no idea what to expect from this at all. We'll just wait and see. Maybe the Lord of Wolves will actually become a staple in PvP Crucible. Who knows? It'd be nice. It'd be nice to see that. It'd be nice to see the Lord of Wolves get some love on the competitive circuit. Last up is the No Land Beyond. The No Land Beyond is receiving speed in terms of handling. You're going to be able to draw it faster, put it away faster, aim faster. and so on and so forth. And the Master ability is getting a time increase to 8 seconds. I personally don't have the No Land Beyond. I've never fired one, so I don't know if this is going to be a good buff, if it makes the gun really, really OP. We'll just have to wait and see, what the fan base does with these buffs, like on Lord of Wolves and No Land Beyond. We'll just have to wait and see what other people do with this, and if they can take advantage of it, and if it becomes a problem for the community as time moves on. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I look forward to this weapons buff, this whole update, this 2.0 weapons update. I think it's going to bring us into a new era for Crucible. I look forward to it greatly. And, I want you guys to give me your opinion on it. Let me know what you think. Do you think this is good? Do you think this is bad? What are you most anticipated and hyped up for? I personally can't wait to see Thorn get knocked off the top spot, and I want other guns to take that top spot. I want other guns to be good. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I am really, really excited for this. I haven't pre-ordered Taken King yet. I'm waiting to see if other last-minute deals come out and stuff like that. You never know. Pre-ordering stuff is kind of I've gotten away from pre-ordering. I don't like to pre-order games anymore, just because of the bullshit that's happening lately with Activision and Call of Duty. Black Ops 3. So I'm not going to pre-order Taken King right now. But that's going to do it for. I hope you guys check out my channel. Follow me on Twitter and Twitch. Go check out my playlist. Please don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, and I will see you guys all later. This is RadTech Shoes signing off.